In today's episode, you'll see the United States unveil its first humanoid soldier robot, among other things. This raises the fear of a Star Wars-like future. Harvard reveals its plan to create and take machines from silicon to cells, where robots are powered by living muscles. Amazon unveils autonomous robots amid layoff rumors, with 600,000 human jobs. $1,370 is the price of the world's cheapest humanoid. China has just launched the little boom and wants to really bring robotics into our homes. Privacy at stake. The new artificial intelligence camera made for bathrooms monitors your waist and promises to diagnose diseases. Let's understand all of this. Hello, impressed and impressed. I'm Carlos Salvez, and you're watching Incredible Reality. And while the world prepares for the era of autonomous artificial intelligences, Amazon seems to want to speed up that future. The company launched the Blue Jay robot and Project Luna, an autonomous artificial intelligence, which promised to revolutionize the operation of its gigantic logistics centers. But the announcement came with unsettling rumors about the replacement of up to 600,000 human jobs by machines by 2033. Amazon's stated goal is to make the work environment safer and more efficient, reducing repetitive tasks and optimizing operations. But behind this narrative, doubt is growing. Is automation helping humans, or is it slowly making us unnecessary? The first system, called Blue Jay, works as a set of coordinated robotic arms, capable of collecting, storing, and consolidating products in a single workspace, something that previously required 3 different stations. The project moved from concept to practice in under a year, thanks to digital twins and advanced algorithms. But the real change comes with the Luna project, an artificial intelligence agent that acts as a virtual colleague for managers. This artificial intelligence gathers real-time data from sensors and cameras, predicts bottlenecks, and recommends actions. This automated reasoning can now replace decisions once made only by humans. Amazon also unveiled Amelia smart glasses featuring cameras, screens, and built-in artificial intelligence. Designed for drivers and delivery workers, these glasses recognize delivery spots, capture images, and help with navigation. The company claims that the goal is to ease the workload, but critics see it as an increasing move towards surveillance and control over human workers. Meanwhile, the New York Times claims to have obtained internal documents that point to a large-scale automation plan. According to the report, Amazon is preparing a fleet of robots and autonomous systems that would be capable of replacing hundreds of thousands of jobs in less than. However, the company denies any intention to lay off employees and says it is still actively hiring. But the issue goes far beyond a single conglomerate. What's at stake is the role of human beings in a world that's being created, apparently where machines think, decide, and do everything. Each new advance in automation promises efficiency, but it also pushes the boundaries of what used to be exclusively ours as human beings. The doubt remains. Are we creating machines to help us, or are we paving the way? Or so that one day they might not really need any of us at all? Tell me down below. China has taken another bold step to popularize personal robotics. Robotics has introduced BOOM, a humanoid robot that's 95 cm tall, weighs 12 kg, and costs about $1,370. This is the lowest price ever for a working bipedal robot. The idea is a real, accessible, and educational humanoid robot aimed not at laboratories or factories, but at schools, families, and technology enthusiasts. This major cost reduction was achieved by using lightweight composites, a simplified internal control system and modular architecture that focus on learning and social interaction over complex industrial tasks. A video originally released by RoboHub shows the small robot moving fluidly, closely resembling a miniature Unitree model. With a 48-volt 3.5 amp-hour battery, the robot runs for up to 2 hours per charge. It can be programmed using drag-and-drop graphic blocks, making it ideal for hands-on teaching of this. BOOM responds to voice commands and serves as a home assistant, offering a glimpse into a future where larger humanoid robots will be part of our daily family life. Pre-orders for the robot begin between the traditional Chinese shopping festivals on November 11 and December 12, a strategic move to reach the tech audience during the peak of digital consumption in the country. And now I need to talk seriously with you. Yes, with you. If you enjoy the weekly content on Realidade Impressionante, now is the time to show your support. And health surveillance has reached the most private place in the house, the bathroom. The traditional manufacturer cooler has launched Decoda, a camera equipped with artificial intelligence that is installed on the rim of the toilet and analyzes what you eliminate there. All of this in the name of medical prevention. It costs around $599 and comes with an annual subscription of up to $156. The device promises to identify signs of dehydration, hidden blood, and intestinal changes just by observing your waste. The proposal is ambitious, making a routine human act an opportunity for early diagnosis. That would be quite interesting. But let me put it this way. The system uses a small camera pointed inside the toilet with discrete optics, according to them, and the focus is exclusively on the content you put in there. In other words, never on the user or the environment. That's what the company claims. Cooler says their camera doesn't record body images and uses fingerprint authentication to distinguish profiles in multi-resident homes. All data is end-to-end encrypted, processed by artificial intelligence and displayed in the Cooler Health app. It features hydration charts and gut health reports. The device uses a rechargeable battery and can last a week without charging. Despite the promises, the device raises questions about privacy and the limits of home monitoring. After all, even if the company guarantees total anonymity, the idea of a camera installed in the toilet still causes a lot of discomfort, especially in times when even virtual assistants and smart TVs have already been accused of collecting excessive data. For Cooler, Decoda is the first step in a new era. The era of smart bathrooms where every flush can provide a health report. That would be something truly beneficial, but we know that problems exist. And for critics, this is the perfect example of how the pursuit of convenience and well-being may be leading humanity to give up even their privacy in exchange for data. So, a camera pointing at the toilet, would you like to have that in your house? I'm calm. The era of painters working on scaffolding may be ending. The American company Robotics has introduced the new Sherpa drone painting module, capable of spraying paint on facades and skyscrapers at a very impressive speed. It covers 18 square meters per minute, halving costs and boosting safety at extreme heights. The Sherpa, which is already known for washing windows and building facades, now becomes a complete construction assistant, ready to handle painting, maximize investment, and even waterproofing. The secret is its modular design, letting you add modules without changing the main equipment. The drone flies up to 50 meters high, powered by a cable for continuous operation. The only operator, the only human being with a simple control, can manage the system, eliminating the need for those scaffolds, ladders, or teams exposed to risk. Robotics says this makes the process 3 times faster and up to 20 times more efficient in some cases. But what really sets Sherpa apart is its built-in artificial intelligence, different from a regular artificial intelligence that only analyzes data. This technology allows the drone to perceive the environment and act in real time, adjusting the spraying according to the wind, the angle of the wall, and even the texture of the surface. The result is a uniform layer of paint, even on complex structures. Robots are the arms and legs of artificial intelligence, said Andrew Ashauer, Chief Executive Officer of Robotics. If done correctly, they increase productivity, improve safety, and expand human prosperity, according to him. All right, the news comes at a strategic time. The construction sector in the United States is facing a severe labor shortage, with up to 40% of skilled workers expected to retire by 2031. According to them, Sherpa emerges as a solution that fills these gaps by taking on dangerous tasks. And the boundary between the biological and the mechanical shows signs that one day it may actually disappear. At least that's what the scientists at Harvard Medical School say, who are conducting one of the boldest experiments in modern engineering to create robots capable of moving, growing, and even regenerating, not with motors, but with living muscle cells. The study, led by Soo-Hyun Shin, is a major breakthrough in biohybrid robotics, which aims to combine biological tissues with synthetic structures. The ambition is clear: to replace circuits and gears with real muscles, allowing machines to act with the fluidity and sensitivity of a human body. These robots are designed to be built from 2 types of muscles: skeletal muscle, which contracts in response to electrical impulses, and cardiac muscle, which pulses on its own in a rhythmic manner. But sustaining these cells outside the body is a major challenge. They need oxygen, nutrients, and a controlled environment, conditions that traditional engineering has never had to sustain. To get around this, researchers turn to advanced technologies like 3D bioprinting, electrospinning, and microfluidics, which can organize and nourish the cells within microscopic scaffolds. With this, living tissues can align, contract, and generate real movements, not a mechanical simulation, but genuine biological force. But if all of this sounds scary to you, don't worry. At least for now, there are still limitations. The initial prototypes are fragile, surviving only in the lab and unable to handle unpredictable environments. Harvard says they're working to change that, and they're not alone in this race. Massachusetts Institute of Technology researchers have developed artificial muscles that mimic the human iris. Meanwhile, Carnegie Mellon University is developing biological robots using lung cells. And together, all these initiatives build the first glimpse of a world where machines will be alive and they will leave fiction behind. And if this path continues, the future of robotics may sound, let's say, strangely organic, erasing the boundary that exists between us, the flesh, and them, the machines. And as if that wasn't enough, flesh machines, just focus on what the United States is trying to bring into our world, with the help of a San Francisco company called Foundation. The Phantom Mark I is a 1.75-meter, 80-kilogram humanoid robot resembling a Star Wars battle droid. Not for factories or scientific research or even our homes, but for the battlefield. Equipped with high-power actuators and computer vision, it can carry up to 20 kilograms. Conduct reconnaissance, disarmament, and defense in war zones. With this, the United States officially joins the race for humanoid military robotics, a field that was previously taboo among major manufacturers. While most robotics companies say, at least, that they maintain an ethical commitment not to arm their creations, the Foundation broke that limit and thus reignited a global debate about the role of artificial intelligence in warfare. Chief Executive Officer Sanket Patak says that the future of warfare will be a mix of video games and reality, with human soldiers supervising armies of semi-autonomous robots. According to him, human operators will be able to command them using a virtual reality headset, seeing and reacting to the environment through the robot's own eyes. Visually, if you look from certain angles, of course, the Phantom Mark I looks like it came straight out of Star Wars. A black, aerodynamic body, faceless with a smooth mask and a posture that really commands respect. This robot has an aesthetic that's not just theatrical, it's functional, it's designed to reduce damage. A Foundation aims to build 10,000 units by next year, which would make it the first army of active humanoids in modern history. The robot isn't fully autonomous yet, at least not for now, right? And according to Patak, this limitation is intentional. He insists a human will always make the final decision to fire, even with artificial intelligence. Calculates routes, identifies targets, and coordinates movement. Even so, the speed and precision of the system raise doubts. How long until human operators become just a formality? Until these robots can operate alone on the battlefield, and even inside cities? In our center, here at the Civil Center, well, let's wait and see, right? The world is becoming somewhat different from what we're used to. And imagine for a moment that we no longer need our vehicles to use gasoline or ethanol, the fuels we currently have. Our cars will be recharging while driving on the road itself. This futuristic scene is now real on the A10 highway about 10 kilometers from Paris. France has just inaugurated the first stretch of electric highway. France has just inaugurated the first stretch of electric highway in the world. It is capable of recharging vehicles in motion through a dynamic inductive system, which is installed under the asphalt. After years of lab testing, the system is now operating, with 1.5 kilometers of coils under the pavement. Initial results show that the track reached power peaks above 300 kW and maintained an average above 200. Numbers that are indeed capable of sustaining the operation of even heavy trucks over long distances, without the need for mandatory stops to recharge. Nicolas Dauterbart, Chief Executive Officer of Vinci Auto Roads, says this advancement is a key step toward decarbonizing road transport, which accounts for over 16% of France's emissions. He says combining electrified highways and fixed charging stations will enable full electrification of France's heavy and logistics fleets. The secret lies in the inductive coils installed beneath the asphalt. They produce a magnetic field that interacts with the receiver coil in the vehicle to generate electricity by induction, a process similar to wireless chargers in smartphones, but on a colossal scale. This means that cars and trucks don't need to stop or plug in. they receive energy while they're driving. This innovation greatly reduces downtime and as a result allows for smaller and lighter batteries. It also cuts the use of critical raw materials like lithium and cobalt. Although France has taken the lead as the first test on an active highway, countries like Germany, Italy, Sweden, the United States, and China are also developing their own systems. If you like this episode, comment below. The future will have living robots made of flesh and bone. This helps boost the video's engagement, so YouTube will recommend more of our channel's videos to you. I know you enjoy technology, which is why you watch videos till the end. When you comment, I recognize you're one of those people. All the sources for what you've seen are here in the description, okay? Thank you so much for sticking with me until now. Click on one of the two options that are on your screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.